gonna go ahead and make this thing live here again. Good evening and welcome to another segment of the Men's Corner with your hosts, Adrian, Big Six, and Faheem. Again, the Men's Corner is brought to you and produced by Sonny's World, where magic happens more than magic happens. Powered by DJ Glenn, where the music is her soul, with video and tech support production by Bones Simmons. When Bones do it, it's Bones done. Men's Corner, again, is a monthly podcast in which current affairs, topics, and events are discussed from a male's point of view, and this month is no different at all. We're going to go ahead and skip past our monthly highlights that we normally do because of time. We want to give our special guest all the time that he deservingly or rightfully deserves. Today's Men's Talk discussion is centered around National Recovery Month with a twist featuring a prolific basketball icon in D.C. basketball folklore, the one and only Stacey Robinson Sr. Now, National Recovery Month. Yeah, let's give it up for Stacey Bob, baby. Yes, indeed.
Thank y'all. Thank you very much, Men's Corner.
Now, for the record, National Recovery Month takes place every September for the entire month, typically sponsored by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, SAMHSA. This is the 30th year celebrating National Recovery Month, in which we take time to celebrate, honor, and acknowledge all those persons who are in recovery from mental and substance use disorders. For the record, it is reported that nearly 21 million Americans struggle with substance addictions. That is more than the number of people who have all cancers combined. Yet only 1 in 10 people, or 10%, with substance addictions receive treatment. The Surgeon General reported in 2016 that 1 in 7 people in the U.S. will face substance addiction. An American dies every 19 minutes from opioid or heroin overdose. If you or a loved one are suffering in the world of addiction and you are seeking assistance, contact SAMHSA National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-4357 for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referrals. So again, here to talk with us is DC basketball legend and icon Stacey Robinson, who not only will talk about his incredible talent on the basketball court, but will talk about his struggles off the court as well. So today, we will not only recognize and honor him for his heroics on the court, we will celebrate his recovery for 13 years, clean time from illicit substance use. 13 years, big fella. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, Stacey Robinson, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
We've all heard all the facts and the myths and the tales of Stacey Rob, but
So we we got Stacey Robinson, born in West Virginia, born to 2 great parents.
Yes, sir.
He traveled down here to Washington, D.C. in the Maryland area where he started his basketball career.
Yes, sir.
So tell us when you started playing this thing called
I
basketball.
started playing this game called basketball in the 5th grade. I was at Harrison Elementary School up on 13th Street Northwest. I picked the game up. The young man by the name of Little Jimmy Lee Taylor played at Blue High School. We used to go down to Harrison Playground. I used to throw the basketball up and the football and baseball, but basketball was my love. I loved the game. As I got older, moved to Southeast Washington, D.C., I met a young man by the name of Mr. Davis, a young man by the name of Russell Waddell, Dwayne Waddell, Ronald Hill, and the guys in the crew. And I really picked the game up from there. Playing with the likes of Ed Jordan, Cheese Holloway at a young age, and really just, took off with the game of basketball, man. I always played with the older guys. I was tall for my age, so I had a little advantage with the guys in my neighborhood to play with the older guys.
So when did you know that you can do what you was doing when it came on that you knew you was a prolific scorer?
When I knew I really knew what I was doing. A young man by the name of Russell Waddell showed me how to shoot a jump shot out of Southeast Washington, D.C. As I say, I used to play against Ed Jordan, former All-American out here, Carroll High School, Rutgers College, Los Angeles Lakers. And he was a great defensive stopper. And, he used to block my shot every 2 to 3 times down the court. But, I used to go home at night. When they leave the St. Teresa's playground, stay right across the street, I just come back and work on my jump shot late at night. So get my jump shot off on him, and Cheese Holloway. You know, that's when I realized I was in sixth grade at the time. Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. So, your basketball experiences, those were some of the early years.
Yes, sir.
You left there, left Harrison, did all that stuff, but you went to Crossland and Dunbar. Played
Yes, sir.
your high school ball there. Man, talk to us a little bit about that.
First of all, Mr. Harris, I went to Fairmont Heights in my 10th grade year out of Pullen Junior High School.
Okay.
I was leading the state of Maryland in scoring as a 10th grader with like 31 a game. We played Blainsburg my 10th grade year. Bruce Buckley, a former All-Met out of Blainsburg High School, went on to North Carolina. The coach started calling line about. He didn't call me out. I just had 35 against Surrattsville 2 days before. And I looked at my father. My father did like this. He said, "We out of here. There's no need for you to continue to play here, leading the state of Maryland in scoring, and you not starting."
As a 10th grader?
As a 10th grader.
You wasn't starting?
No, I wasn't starting. I was coming off the bench. No, I was starting, but I came off the bench that game. I don't know why Ralph Payton had me to come off the bench that game. I never forget that. So I went on down to Cross. That's when the busing came.
So it was no 3-point line when you played?
No, there was no 3-point line back in the 76. There's no 3-point line. The way you guys shoot the ball, we didn't shoot deep threes like that.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yes, sir.
That's incredible.
So I went on down to Crossland and formed forces with this guy by the name of Ralph Ledbetter. Man, a fantastic man, a great guy. Just got in from Germany the other day. We went on the Cold Field House. We lost. That was my 10th, 11th grade year down at Crossland. I got in some trouble by not doing the right things, and I ended up transferring to Dunbar in the city, where I made parade All-American at Crossland and it transferred over to Dunbar High School.
So it was called Parade All-American?
It's Parade All-American. It's Parade High School All-American.
Okay.
That's the biggest high school All-American team that you can make. Streets and Smith, Parade, Converse.
Right.
Yes,
right.
sir.
And it was that time that Digger Phelps, head coach of Notre Dame back in that time, said, "Hey, Stacey Robinson is the best guard in America."
Yes, sir. He quoted. Everybody quoted him as saying that in the magazine, and you know, being a young guy, young kid in high school, that really touched me to hear Coach Phelps of the legendary coach Notre Dame, one of the most prestigious schools in college, to say something like that about me. I went to 5-star basketball, and he saw me with 5-star basketball, and he rated me from up there, the things that I was doing up there. I brought the baskets back to Washington, D.C. with me. I just turned the camp completely out. Me and a guy by the name of Bill Willoughby, Barry Frazier, JoJo Hunter.
Yeah, we know those guys well.
Yeah, Joe Tweet, Bebe Dern, Turk Tillman, all of us went up 5-star together that year. And I just happened to, I held my own up there, playing against them New Yorkers, you know. We had to hold our own because they rated them. Every time you open a magazine, you saw the New Yorkers, which we didn't not hate them, but we just thought they were slightly overrated.
Right.
So we went up there and showed them that DC is here. DC's basketball is here.
Yeah. So was that so there's a myth or fact, we're gonna clear it up right now,
Yes, sir.
that it said that you made All-Met 2 times with 3 different schools. Am I getting that piece right?
No,
how did that go?
I made all county. I made all county.
Okay.
At Fairmont Heights.
Okay.
I made second team All-Met at Crossland, and I made first team All-Met at Dunbar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you made all met at Dunbar, but the conversation in the street is you didn't even play a whole game.
A whole season. Yeah, your whole games and everything.
I didn't play whole games because I was doing other things that, you know, sort of like took me away from basketball.
So what was your average before we get in? What was your average at Dunbar?
I averaged like 23-1 off the bench at Dunbar.
Whoa, and you was later every game down there.
I was late the majority of every game.
Hold on. Who won those teams?
At Dunbar? Oh, Dunbar was Craig Shelton, Baby Dern, Joe Tweet, Steve Day, Sweet Slim Henderson, Lonnie Dern.
We talking about some prolific people.
Yes,
what
sir.
we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take a quick 60-second break for this time right here. A pause for the calls.
Yes, sir.
And get our commercials in, and we'll be right back with the legendary Stacey Robinson.
Men's Corner, y'all.
The Men's Corner.
The Men's Corner.
We back live in action. We appreciate you guys for hanging in there with us. We about to dive into this piece of why Stacey Robinson was late for majority of his games at Dunbar High School, where he was all met and he was leading scorer at that point in time.
No, Joe Tweet was the leading scorer, and I was the second leading scorer.
Okay, second leading scorer, and you was late for every game with no three-point line.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell us why you was late every game.
I was late for every game, Poncho and Six, because in high school, man, I had a substance abuse problem. I was shooting heroin. I started shooting heroin in the 9th grade, and it carried on through my high school days. But I continued to play basketball to hide the fact that I was a drug user. I had the wristbands to cover my arm. Right there, as you see, these are my war marks right here. I'm not ashamed to show. And they didn't really know what was going on with me. Everybody had an idea, but they didn't know. You know, I sort of like let my teammates down because I was using, and they wasn't using. And I should always tell them, man, I'm late. Man, I got diarrhea. I should come up with all kinds of excuses. Man, I had to take my mom's here, or my father's car broke down, and I was lying. It wasn't doing nothing but ruining myself. It was hurting me. I thought I was, you know, being slick at the time, but it wasn't doing nothing, man, but ruining my career. We played the Mafia at Cole Fieldhouse. The Parade All-American team had just came out that week. The game was on a Sunday. The Parade All-American team had came out on like a Tuesday magazine. I seen my name on the parade. I said, man, practice? Are you kidding me?
So you were the original.
I'm not going to practice.
You was the original that did
That's
that.
the Allen Iverson. That's the Allen Iverson practice.
Yeah, you were
I see y'all. The game was played at Cole Field. I see y'all at the University of Maryland Sunday at 3:30. So I ain't come to practice all that week. I maybe went to one class that week. I go to math class during that week. My math teacher, Miss Wilson, may she rest in peace. She's always Stacey, please come to class. So I go to class during that week. She called my name to come to the blackboard to do a problem. This real story. There was a big bad problem on the board, and she said, Stacey Robinson, come. I said, Miss Wilson, here I come. I walked up to the blackboard, made a right turn, and walked right out the door. I ain't been back to that class since 1975. And that problem's still up on the board right now.
The problem's still on the board.
I went up 4 for them to get me 2 bags of blow because I was sick in class. I was throwing up. I was ill. You know, I had to go get some drugs, man. I'm sorry, Miss Wilson. I just can't do that problem right there. I do it maybe 3 weeks from now, but today I can't get that done.
Wow. That's incredible, man. So
you didn't go back to school at all after that day?
No, I didn't go back to school at all after that week. I didn't go back to school again until we played the Mafia the Knights of Columbus. We played the Mafia that Sunday during that week. We lost to the Mafia by 5. We played the Knights of Columbus at George Mason, the Mafia again. I come off the bench with 44, right? I didn't play in the city title game at all. And after we played the Knights of Columbus, I went to Coach Jody and officers, and me and him just had a one-on-one talk. I didn't tell my teammates this, but you know, I'm a little older now. I said, Coach, this is the last day you'll see me up here. I didn't come up here to go to school. I came up here to play basketball.
So how did you get your money to get high?
Well, being an All-Met and being an All-American, you know, guys back in the 70s, you know, would support guys that, you know, if you was all men and all American, you had no problem with getting money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All you had to do was just come, show up at the game, do your thing, and after the game, you know, they'll be waiting for you, hit you with a high five, or hand you an envelope, and you know, that's how it was, man.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
and that's interesting, but why dope? Why not weed or something small? Because you were so young. How did you get right into that? That was kind of like that's like graduating to another level. You know what I'm saying? Did you buy?
Well,
how did you buy
I started off smoking weed.
Okay.
That was weed. I wasn't no hippie. Hippies are for weed. I mean, weed is for hippies.
Right.
I wasn't no hippie.
Especially back in those days.
Back in the
that
70s.
Flower Child and all
Yeah, that Flower Child.
Yeah. Woodstock.
Yes, it was. See, I didn't go to Anacostia. I went to Dunbar. They was
Hey,
hippies
man,
over
get
there.
your man,
They
man.
smoked weed and angel dust over there.
Bone, get your man,
Up
Bone.
on that hill. But uptown, you know, we shot narcotics.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? We messed with the heroin because you had 14th Street, you had 4th and them, you had 7th and T. So, you know, I fell right into that, man.
Right,
You know, I've
right.
been around it all my life. I seen my uncles, my friends do it, you know, and I just fell right into it, man.
Yeah, and you know, for the record, y'all, we make fun and things of that nature, but we understand the seriousness of this situation. And
Yes,
what's
sir.
very interesting is that,
Yes, sir.
you know, Stacey, this is your truth, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's my story, man.
So we know what kept you from going and playing high school ball. That also was a contributing factor to you not going on to college, or did you go to any college?
Yeah, I went to Vincennes University, Vincennes Junior College. It was one of the top.
What was it again?
Vincennes Junior College.
Okay.
It was in Vincennes, Indiana.
Wow.
So that was one of the top junior colleges in there. Hudson, Kansas. San Jacinto was nowhere to be found back then in Wisdom School. So anyhow, and I go visit Vincennes. I cut into a couple of dudes from Terre Haute, Indiana. You know, on my visit, tell them, man, I'll be back, man, but when I come back, man, I need to find out. I need for y'all to have that blow waiting for me when I come back.
Ooh,
I'm
so
gonna
you
come up
told
here.
them what you needed.
Yeah, I told them what I needed. I needed that. So I
Okay.
say, man, I'm gonna come back. I came back during the summer. Went to summer school. Flunked summer school because I ain't go to class. So I got it. So I had to sit out. Vincennes had played Pensacola, Florida, junior college. They just come back from Florida. So my room's on the first floor. I got my mans in there from Terre Haute that I met in my room. Of course, you know, back then we had the Caucasian girls in Indiana, wasn't a lot of sisters. So we in there partying. So we got a table sitting here. We got blow, we got coke, we got weed for them on the table. I tell them, if I see anybody near this table, I'ma slap a section out the head. Okay? I don't need nobody over here on this table but me.
Wow.
So
wow.
the coach, this is a true story. The assistant coach walked in the room. I got the needle in my arm. I'm shooting. I'm fine. I got the works in my arm, and I'm fine. He said, "Stacey, what are you doing?" I said, "Coach, I'm a diabetic. I'm just taking my medicine."
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
He said, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "No, I'm a diabetic. I'm just taking my medicine." He said, "Well, so everybody ran out the room, and so he said, "Well, Stacey, you know I'm gonna tell the coach what's going on here. What is all this, right?" I said, "That's my medicine." He said, "That's a whole lot of medicine." I said, "Well, look here. Since you're gonna tell the coach about all this, let me get the majority of this, because this is going with me. Because I know I'm going home in the morning on the first thing smoking, right?" I say, "This is going with me. Now, you can tell the coach whatever you want, but this right here is going with me." I ain't put it in my, I just put me a little stash up so when I get back to Washington, you know, my father and them gonna cut me out, but I ain't gonna hear it because I'm going straight to the basement and get my thing on.
And you know what's interesting? You mentioned your father. Now here's a gentleman that was raised in a household with his mom and dad in a pretty good middle class environment.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you grew up in the projects, housing development, none of that. You had structure, man.
I grew up in Peppermill Village.
Yeah.
I really let them down, you know, I really did. Me and my mom's talked before she passed away. My father's still living in Conway, South Carolina right now. But I really let them down. I was so hurt. But you know, I was hurting myself. I was a young man. I cheated the game, and I cheated my parents and them for what they had established for me, man. Because there was nowhere in the world, I'm not tooting my horn, DMV, but there's nowhere in the world I was supposed to touch down in the DMV, I mean in the NBA, but I had a drug problem, man. You know, and you say this is recovery month, and you know, I'm so glad that you guys had me on this show tonight so I can drop my spiel to somebody in this area that may hear my story and pass it on that won't end up like me. Because see, a lot of ball players, man, come and they talk on these shows, they don't get it real.
Right.
You dig? They shoot from the hip. You dig? But with you guys, you Poncho, you played a part in my recovery. If you don't know this as well, because I see you down in the courtroom, and I should ask you questions. You, Stacey, man, get yourself together. Woo, 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 woo. Man, I can't do that, man. Woo. And you know, I admire you for that, man.
Thank you.
I really do.
I admire you.
And you 2'6", man. I met you at Genco working. You didn't have a clue I was using.
No.
You didn't have a clue. You should give me ride homes every day. You see me walking down Blainsburg Road one night about 1 o'clock at night. I never forget this, man. You turned the corner, man. You made a U-turn and say, man, what are you doing?
Yeah, that sound like him too.
You say, man, what are you doing? I say, man, I'm out here, man, get ready to go to the store, get my wife, Kathy, I'm gonna get us a cigarette. She said, man, ain't nothing open, man, this time of night, man, what are you doing? I say, 6, man, I'm out here, man, I'm trying to get me a lick, man. He said, man, get in the car, I got you. I'm thinking he gonna,
Help you get a lick?
I think he gonna help me get a lick, put something in my hand. He took me straight to my house and said, man, get the fuck out of my car. Excuse my language. Get the fuck out of my car and get your ass in the house.
Yeah.
And I'm a grown man. I'm damn near 50-something years old.
Yeah.
And you know, that showed me right here that how much of a good dude he was as well as you.
Yeah.
You understand me? So, man,
There's a lot of love, man. But that's a testament to the love that the community has shown you throughout all the years, because you're so much more than just the basketball player, so much more than the recovering addict, man.
Right.
You are a pillar in this community, and I'm just listening to you. I can listen to you all day because you're a historian of many things that's not just basketball.
Yes, sir.
You know, so your conversation piece can flow across, man. But now the drug thing, though. How prevalent was drug usage in high school back in those days? Now, we ain't calling out no other names.
No, I'm
but
not gonna
just
do that.
in high school period back then, because I don't want people to think that you were the only one that was doing this. So how prevalent was it?
No, I was not prevalent.
How verse was it? How many? How?
I didn't go to history class. You got to break that down. I didn't go to class at all. So can you break that down? What's that word again?
Prevalent.
Prevalent.
Yeah. How often did you see this occurrence going on with people using?
Every day. Every day. Athletes. Every day. In the 70s, it was plentiful. It was plentiful in the 70s. Late 60s, 70s, drugs was plentiful. We didn't have a whole lot of recovery programs back then. You know, you had to quit on your own back then, or go to jail and cold turkey. You know, now they got so many drug programs that you get into and clean yourself up, man. But it was plentiful back then. Yeah, it was real plentiful.
So how has that substance really affected your life? I mean, the using of it.
The using of it, man, it tore me apart, man. I'm just recently getting my body together. I had a big cyst on my heart, about the size of a tennis ball, about this big. My mouth looked like somebody kicked a field goal through my mouth. I lost all my teeth. But down the day, I got my upstairs fixed. I'm working on my lower. To get myself together. Like I still got my scars on my arm where I used to shoot drugs. And I can't hide these, you know, and I'm not gonna hide these. Right. I'm not gonna wear no long sleeve shirts to cover this up, because this is my story, and I need when I talk to the young guys, for them to ask me questions, man, what is wrong with your arm? I would tell them, I don't want your arm to end up looking like this, man. Yeah. This is a war zone right here, son.
Right.
Yeah, you got to have your go ahead.
So when we was at Genco, right, we was working together, you say you was still using, you said I saw you. So when was that turning point for you to start getting off? Because I know you and I hung out a whole lot. We would cross the bridge, you just always wanted to be around basketball. Yeah. And you like, 6, man, when you play, or when we can go, and we just hung out. So when was that turning point to get you to Like just cold turkey.
That turning point came in my life. My wife of now, Stacey Robinson, her sister had kids, and her sister wasn't able to take care of kids, and we adopted two of her kids,
I remember that.
Javon White and Khadijah White.
Yes, sir.
And we married now, but she had went to New York one night. She had went out of town with her family or something. We was on 15th and Independence Avenue. Khadijah was in a hospital down at DC General. Man, I'm in the house, man. I'm shooting everything but motor oil, toothpaste, cough syrup, everything I could put in the hype. I'm shooting, right? So I got to go down and visit her, Khadijah.
Okay, right.
And I go down there, man, I'm twisted, man. I can't even, I walked past the hospital 3 times. I went over to the RFK Stadium, thought that was the hospital. DC General, right? That's how high I was. Man, I was twisted.
Yeah.
So when I get to the room, finally see her, man, she was this small. Man, I broke down, man, tears. I said, man, I got to clean myself up, man. Because we getting ready to adopt this baby. We got to go through programs. My wife had cleaned herself up and went through a program. And then my mom's got sick. And she said, Stay, you know, man, I'm getting ready to go to the upper room, son. You know when I leave here, it's going to be rough for you because I'm the only one that, you know, you can. And that played a part too, along with you guys and a couple of other guys.
We're gonna take a quick break because I want you to dive into that piece about the kids because I was around. I remember Khadijah and Punchy.
You sure do.
Yeah, and we're gonna dive into that piece after this break.
Okay.
Y'all people stay with us.
Stay with
We'll
us.
be
We're coming right back to you all.
Told y'all it was gonna be deep today.
We're in the corner.
In the corner,
Hook
baby.
off the jab.
Men's corner.
Men's
Yes,
corner.
indeed.
Welcome to DeMarco Solar.
Let's go get it. Come on! Let's go get it.
DeMarco Solar, located at 3353 Darnell Drive in Forestville, Maryland. If in fact you got somewhere to go tonight, come see us at DeMarco Solar. Got fresh sweatsuits for you fellas, fresh tees for you fellas, and look, let me tell you something. Something real simple, something real sweet. All colors, all sizes, but here's the deal. DeMarco Solar, we customize a lot of clothing for everybody and anybody. DeMarco Solar, 3353 Darnell Drive in Forestville, Maryland. Come on, come see us, because guess what? We got it all.
You got it all.
Cameraman, don't be telling me change the angle on my
All right, so now we going back into this. Let's dive into the kids with Khadijah and Punchy, man, because they was real young.
Yeah.
I know, like, this was your wife's sister kids, but at this day and age, they call you daddy.
Yes, sir.
That, like, those are your kids now. Like,
sir.
Punchy works with me at my job, and he tells people, like, Stacey Robinson is my father.
Right.
Wow.
Right? So, like, that's deep for me to even see them when they was babies, and he's the oldest, and Khadijah and I'm going to college.
Yeah,
too.
she's in Miami right now teaching
Okay.
school.
All right, well,
Wow.
You know, that was a wake-up call for me because, you know, I wasn't really in my biological kid's life, Stacy, Keisha, and Zaylisha. And just seeing Khadijah and knowing that my wife of now could not have kids, man, and she wanted kids so bad, I went on to clean myself up, man. You know, I had to, man, because I was tired of being sick and tired. There were plenty of nights, man, I would just break down and cry, you know, by myself and say, man, God, help me get off this ride right here. I've been on this ride since high school. I'm damn near 50 years old or 40 years old or whatever, and I'm still out here chasing drugs, man. It got to be something better, you know, and I wish that ride on nobody, man. You know, seeing guys out here today, the young lady Sonny spoke on, you know, when you see a brother out here, man, that's using, don't kick him, y'all. You know, help him. Give him a hug. You ain't necessarily got to give him no money. Give him a hug, take him, you know, feed him, give him something to eat, this year, a few moments with them and tell them, man, it's gonna be all right. Because so many of us walk past and point and laugh and, man, look at that dude there, man. Look at that dude, man. He nodding out.
Yeah.
You know, man, I nodded out so many times. Man, I'm on the bench. We playing in the McDonald's Capital Classic, man. They introduced me. They introduced my name. I'm in the bathroom. I'm fine for the game. I hear them call my name. I take my last little push, man. I come running through the tunnel. I'm tripping over everybody. They say, Stacey, what's wrong? I said, man, I just threw up. Man, I'm so high. I missed the introduction to being called out in the Capital Classic. Wow. So, man, this disease, this thing is mean, man.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, man, I was just ride on nobody. Nobody, male or female, white, black, Spanish. You know, this ride, it's a hell of a ride, man.
So having said that, what are some of the benefits to now living your life drug-free? Because you've gone through some struggles, man. You've gone through some major struggles. What are some of the benefits to actually living a drug-free life?
Man, living a drug-free life, man. I landed my first job at 50-something years old at Amtrak, man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I got the benefits now. I got insurance now. My family, my relationship with all 5 of my kids is a lot better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they know my story. They hear people talk about me to them, but they all still stood behind me because I'm their dad. And it's been days where they might have said some things, you know, because I wasn't really there in their life, you know, because I was young. I was on a drug binge. But man, I'm traveling now. I'm paying bills, something I never paid in my life. I never paid a bill in my life, man.
Wow.
You know, I was living in my mother and them house at 40-something years old, watching my dad and my mom get up and go to work every day. I'm 6'2", healthy as I don't know what, not working. They telling me, man, can you bring a half a loaf of bread in the house? Wow. I'm saying, man, are y'all kidding me, man? What are you talking about? You guys, ain't y'all going to work? You know, little things like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, being clean, it has rewarded me to be around you guys. Booney Green, Kurt Smith, Greg Jones, Tinker, Pendergrass, that whole third grade Marshall crew. It has rewarded me to be around you guys. See, you guys keep me clean, man. And basketball, being around basketball, you know, a lot of people say, Stacey, why you always around basketball games? Because that's how I get high now, man.
That's right.
That's how I get high. I get high in the gym, man. Because I know, if I'm not in that gym or around positive people, man, I'm gonna end up with Harmony or in the penitentiary, man, at 63 years old, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want to go that route no more, man. Yeah. So you guys, guys like you, man, that's doing great things, and this young lady right here, and this young lady right here, and you know, y'all staff, man, y'all keep up the great work, man, because it takes a whole lot. Because there's a lot of haters in this city, man, and that don't want to see guys like you and these young ladies right here do shows like this. They don't have the heart to do this. You know, they cowards. You know what I'm saying? All they want to do is point the finger at guys like me. But see, guys like me will come to the table and talk about it. So the youth that's coming up behind us won't end up like me.
How do you keep your recovery now? Do you go to meetings?
No, I don't go to meetings, miss. I need to start going. I just jumped back into Reed Temple Church.
Okay, so church.
Right, so I'm trying. I'm still taking baby steps. I'm trying. The preacher said stand up the other day. I didn't know what he meant, because I ain't been to church so long. I sit down. My wife had to pull me up. So I'm trying. I'm still growing.
Yeah.
I'm still growing. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I done everything else. Now it's time for me to get in there and get this man a big thank you upstairs for keeping me here this long.
So they say this thing, man, you're supposed to give people their flowers while they're living.
Yes, sir.
Not while they're dead, right? So we want to present you with the first Men's Corner Award ever presented in this show.
Man.
It's called Men's Corner All Met Award. So we got the Men's Corner
so don't
All
give
Met,
him
man.
that.
Don't give him that yet.
Oh, my
We gonna hold
goodness,
tight.
man.
We doing something different here. So can we do this here?
Can y'all stay with us for a second? Hey, Miles, you already answered that,
What I'm gonna say is this.
Hey, Miles.
We've created the men's corner. We've created our own award called the Men's Corner All Met Team. And you are the first recipient of this prestigious award given to those who have committed themselves to inspire, motivate, encourage, recognize, sacrifice, and influence a community of others to do well through adverse circumstances.
This is what we great.
So this presentation is going to my main man, Stacey Robinson.
Thank you, man. Hey, thank y'all.
13 years, people.
Let me see
Yes,
this.
it
I'm
did.
gonna let them see it
Yes,
over
it
there.
did. This is what we giving to Stacey Rob today, y'all. It says here, the Men's Corner presents the Community All-Met Award to Stacey Robinson Sr. for his commitment and dedication towards community excellence in the field of sports and addictions recovery. 13 years, 2019. This is our man right here. This from us to this
Hey,
man,
Miles
thank you very
said, man,
much.
he love you, legend. Miles call you a legend.
Hey, Miles, great man in the city, has done a lot for the community here. We all piggyback on Miles, you know, doing this thing of basketball for the summer. You're a great man. I love you, Miles. Just thank you for letting me be a part of your staff, man. Now,
The champ is here.
The champ is here. And this award right here, man, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate this whole staff. Oh,
We got more for you, bro. We ain't done.
Yeah,
I
we ain't
appreciate
done
this
yet.
whole staff.
You like that?
Man, I love this, man. Hey, Six, I love this, man. Still getting awards at 63 years old. See, this come with being clean, man.
Yes, it
because
did.
if I was still using, I would
What
never
I
see
say?
nothing like this,
What I
man.
say?
Man, get out my face. Hey, Miles, I love you, boy. Move him, Miles.
This for you. When we give my man some good gear.
Oh, my goodness,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I don't know why he got this big old joint
I'm
on
real
here.
fly.
Pause.
Hey, man,
It's
look,
4X over here.
Yeah, look. You get a good keychain.
Keychain on
But-
that, man.
And putting this on me right now, man.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put
The
it
man's
on
corner.
you
The
right there.
Men's Corner doing some things. We got a little hat for you there, and we got you some good old nice Under Armour joints there, man. And those size 13.
Hey, we
Hey
did-
Smith, these size 13s,
Got the
baby.
good shoes today.
Hey, man.
Blinking with the hat, the little keychain blinking the
Hey,
wall.
yeah,
Man, you
yeah,
give
yeah,
people
so-
their roses while
yeah,
they here,
roses.
man. Like, you
Hey,
don't
man, I
want people down to
appreciate
get
y'all.
what they deserve.
Hey, Poncho Harris.
Faheem Abdul Salam, man.
Faheem Abdul Salam, brother 3X. What mosque you belong to?
It's
Hey,
my
Six.
guy.
Hey, man, I love you.
Hey, man, I love you too, man.
I
Man, I love you too. Bones, Sonny, and what the young lady right here.
That's DJ Black.